Hi, it's Tanuka, and today I'll show you how PyCharm works. So we can get started by creating a new project. So hit on create new project. Now we have to name our new project. We could name it py test and hit create. And it's taking a little time. There you go, that's our project called PyTest. And if you right click on the PyTest, it will give you an option to open a new file or to create a new file. So we will hit Python file, and to name this file we could test1, for example. And for me, the kind is by default Python file, and if it's different for you, make sure you do select Python file for kind as well. So hit OK. That's our file. If you come down to Python console, hit Python console. What this does, it's an active Python interpreter, so it prints the code directly. For example, 5 plus 5, 10, 5 times 5, 25, and we can move on to strings. And it can also work as hello coders. So this will directly concatenate these strings. For example, hello coders. You can even multiply these strings. For example, actually the code doesn't matter. The code quotation marks doesn't matter. It could be double quotes or like one. So if we write Python times 5. There you go. It prints out the string 5 times, or like copies this. It makes a copy of the string the number of times you try to multiply it. For example, 5 in our case. So what this does is directly prints directly evaluates the code, but it doesn't. It's not same when it comes to our project file. So when you do it here, for example, hello coders. So to run it, you can right click on test and hit run test1, and that's our code. So it shows that it doesn't print anything because we are not printing technically anything from our console. So for this, we have to, for Python to work in general, you have to type print and then give it the value, put the value inside the parentheses, and now if you hit run, it prints out hello coders for you. So in the Python console, you could do it directly. You don't have to write the print or the parentheses, but when you do it from the file, you do have to write out the print and then put the value inside the parentheses. So moving on, if you try to open a new file, so we could do the same thing, just right click on PyTest and then hit Python file and then test2, hit OK, and there you go. And we could actually, no. So let's say print, and if you hit tab, it will put the it would write out the print for you, and then a value could be 3 times 8, and then hit run. So if you look carefully, if you hit run, it is still printing our test1 file. So in order for us to print the value from test2 file, we have to right click on the test2 file and then hit run test2. So now it runs it prints 24 for us. And in order to go back to test 1, we have to change this to test 1. See? And now we can run test 1 again. So here is a little demo of how PyCharm works, the project files and the console works. If you guys liked it or if it was helpful in any way, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for your time.